Okay. Uh, so what we gonna do today? I mean, for next couple of days, we will learn about Ansible. Okay, Ansible uh, is a configuration as a code tool to automate your uh, configuration requirement. Okay, so we'll see what do you mean by configuration as a code? What is a configuration? Okay, and what tools are there in this space? And when do you need these kind of tool? And what what actually is the history of the configuration as a code? Okay, um, any one of you already know about Ansible or any other configuration as a code tool? Any tool like Puppet, Chef, or anything? Have you used any configuration management tool before? Any one of you? Okay. Okay. So what is a country? Okay. If when we talk about configuration, okay. So what we are talking about is what we are talking about here is configuration as code. Okay. Sometimes it is also called PA. Okay, configuration as a whole. So CAS you will hear in many places. Okay, this is a very common term. Okay, so what configuration we are talking about is we wanted to manage fleet of VMs that you already have created. Okay, and these machines had to be configured with sometimes like patches. Sometimes you have to install new softwares. You want to upgrade softwares. You want to delete some softwares. You want to update files on the machines. Okay, so when these kind of things you want to do, right, you want to patch machines, right? Patch machines. Okay, so this is like you upgrade, install, upgrade, remove packages. Okay, so other type of configuration you do is you configure softwares. Okay, configure softwares. It's just like you do application dot properties, right? There are application properties where you update that file. Okay, you install new files required by software. Okay, or you upload some some data, right? That is required by your application. So this is like you configure your software using some way. Okay, software. What else is part of the configuration? Any one of you can tell me what things you configure on a machine, like setting up host name. Okay. You can just spell out, like I will write it out. What else? You set up DNS name. So sorry, DNS routes. Okay, or DNS servers. Okay, or basically networking. Okay, set up networking on machines. Okay, so like when you create a new machine, not everything will come up a bundle with your machine, right? You have to configure that machine with whatever you need to for whatever you need for your software, right? So you set up networking. You want to create users, right? So how do you create users? You need to go to machine and then create user, right? So these kind of there are many things you do with the configuration as a code. Um, so creating user, enabling security policy. Okay, like firewall enable disable. Okay, or you can allow ports, okay, specific ports. Okay, so these kind of things are these are called making configuration on the machine, like configuring your machine. So when you think about configuring a machine, you think of doing things like patching a machine, configure softwares, putting some files, deleting some files, um, checking the state of the machine, like does it have enough memory, does it have enough RAM, does it have enough CPU to run your application. Okay, or just like you want to filter out, you have 1,000 machine, and maybe some machine will not be fit for running your software. So how do you filter them out? So you go and check the configuration of the machine manually, right? Okay, so these are the tasks that you do with machines. Okay, um, so how do you do this thing when you like if I ask you, you have to do all these things. What are the steps you do to make this happen? Can anyone of you, like, can you tell me what you do to patch? Let's take a patch machine thing, right? Let's say I talk about uh, how do we patch a machine. Okay, any one of you, can you tell me how do you patch a machine?
Like we use any patch management tools like for Linux and Windows.
Sorry, your voice is breaking, Sandeep. Uh, I mean, without any tools, like if you don't, let's say you don't have any tools, you are given 5 machines, okay, and someone say please update those machines. So
If
what step you will do?
manually means it will take some like more time. Like we need to patch individual machine.
Right, but how do you do? Even if you want to do it without anything, how would you do it? What are the steps you will perform?
Like
Like
first we'll take backup
backup, backup,
and we'll put
backup,
yes
snapshot,
we'll put the a snapshot
correct.
and we'll
Snapshot,
put the VM into maintenance mode.
put VM in maintenance. Okay.
Like
I don't know how to do it, but yeah,
uh,
this is one of the steps. You are right. We
yes
have
yes
to put
like
when, yeah. What else?
as per the networking part we will like we'll shift the switches I'm talking like VM VMware part, right? I'm familiar
Any
with
any
VMware.
any
That's why
generic VM, like you are given some set of things. Okay, so when you do a patch, right? What you need from VM perspective, you need an IP, you need username, and you need password, right? Okay.
yes,
I'm
yes.
considering you will do this with SSH. Okay, so you're doing with SSH. So if you want to do anything with the machine, you need these 3 things at least, right? Your IP of the machine, username, and password. Okay, and I'm assuming assumptions are there. Assuming you are able to access the machine. Okay, these are the basic assumptions. So of course we need to do this for, but if I give it a like 1,000 feet overview, what you do is you log in into the machine. Okay, or we'll say a better way is SSH into the machine. Okay, log in as root, because you cannot update a machine without having root access. Okay, or sudo uh, access. Okay, the third thing is you run the patching command. Okay, it may be yum update, or it can be upgrade. Okay, or it can be anything. Okay, it can be apk update, apk install, or apk update start. Okay, so this can be any, it is specific to your machine, whatever you do. So you do like this. Okay, the fourth thing is once patching is done, you need to reboot the machine. Okay, right? And then you need to wait for wait for machine to come up, right? And the sixth thing is you will log in again to see if the machine is okay, right? So these are these are the basic steps you will perform to patch a machine. Okay. So when so if I draw this as a diagram, right? So if I draw this as a diagram, you as a user, okay, you are a user here. This is a user here. It goes into machine using SSH. Okay, it runs some steps, right? Predefined steps, whatever steps are mentioned here, and then it reboots the machine. Okay, it reboots the machine, and after some time it logs it again. Okay, again SSH and check the connectivity. If the connectivity is okay, the patching is complete, right? So this is one machine, okay, and consider you are the only person, and now you have to patch like 1,000 machines. Okay, you have like 1,000 machines. Okay, you have 1,000 machines here. Okay, you have fleet of machines here. Okay, very better drawing. Okay, so these machines. So there are three more machines here. More machines here. Okay. So how would you do a patch of these machines? Okay, now you have a, a set of machines here. Okay, all of these are in under your control. Okay, now you are the owner of these machines, and now you have to patch all this machine. Okay, would you be doing all this thing? Okay, would you be doing all this thing by going manually here and logging into this machine, perform the steps, and come out, right? So how would you automate this? Okay, if like don't think about any of the software that you have. Okay, very layman term, very small thing. Like if you don't know about any tools, you just have a Linux machine. How do you perform? How can how you can automate this? Anybody who can tell me like how you can automate this? So you have the steps. How you can automate this process?
Like we'll write one script like here one
Yes,
mission to act as a master and
yes,
remaining as
right.
slaves.
Control machine. Okay, so you are this is your machine. This is where you are controlling all these nodes. So what you have is you have list of IPs. Okay, so what you do is you create a script. Okay, you are very good at scripting. Okay, so what you do is you create a script. So you can say IPs equals to, and there are IPs here. Okay, and you define username. Username will be same for all. Let's say admin. Password to the admin. Okay, and what you can do is you have to do SSH. So you use SSH command. You use username, dollar username. Okay, and at the rate dollar IP. Okay, I'm just assuming you are using a for loop. Okay, for 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 each IP in IPS, you are doing all this. So SSH into this machine. Okay, and you also pass password. So there are way to pass a password. So you can just do echo and dollar password. Okay, and you can just say this. And once you do this, you will be able to log in into the machine. And it's still a better way. There is a better way here. So what you can do is you run some SSH command. Okay, SSH username password. And after passing you can do -c, and then you can run the yum update command or whatever command you want. Okay, so you say yum update here. Okay, yum update -y, and then you do a reboot. Okay, and now you want to wait for the machine to go. Wait for machine. So what you do is You just ping the machine IP, okay, and like you do one, and this you do until ping is success. Okay, until ping is success. So until ping is success, you are running ping command. Okay, and once the ping is success, you what you do is you just do SSH again to see if everything is working fine. What you do is you just run some dummy command like hostname that will tell you the machine is working fine. Okay, so this is a small script you can execute. Okay, that will control all these machines. Okay, right? So so everyone like this is clear, like how you can automate using a script this update task. Any confusion in this part? Because this is the base of your configuration management tool. How you automate uh, setting up the machines. Okay. Here I'm just taking an example of uh, patching a machine. Okay. So this script, okay, let me call this script as patching. Okay, patching.sh. Okay, patching.sh. So this is my script called patching.sh, and when I run it, it updates the machines. Okay, and it update the machine. So you with the specific IPs. Okay, and let's say someday you get another machine. Okay, so this machine you can always add into the IP and then run this patching again, and it will work. Okay. So now the next thing is, okay, you are done, right? You were able to automate it, right? So this is like how to automate for many, many machines. Okay, fine. So this is how you automate for many machines. Okay. The next question is, what if you want to do multiple, another thing, like you want to change the host name, right? How do you do that? Okay. Anyone who can tell me how to update the host name in the same script? Okay, so let me just copy this. Okay, and I will copy it here. Okay. So how to add another how to add a step to update host name using a predefined prefix. Okay, how do we do that? Okay, so let's say I define a prefix. Okay, so let me say I defined a prefix, host name prefix, and this prefix is like let's say um, my name is Opal. So Opaliwal managed. I will say this is the host name prefix for all the machine that is managed by me. Okay. So what I will do is, uh, so how to update this host name? What you can do, you can run the same SSH command. Okay. And you can just say hostname CTL set hostname to hostname prefix. Okay, hostname prefix, and in the prefix, after the prefix, you can add the number here. Okay, maybe the IP here or number here. So I will just add IP here so that the IP will be appended to the prefix I am adding here. Okay, so this is what is done here. Okay, so this way you are able to set the host name, right? So host name command again, it has to be done before I reboot it, right? So I need to put it here. Okay. So now you are able to do task on two machines. Okay. Uh, but here another thing is, how do you run? There are times like when you don't want to patch all the machines. Okay. So how do you filter? Like you only want to patch so all the centers, like this is Ubuntu, right? Ubuntu. This is Ubuntu. This is rel machine. Okay. This is Fedora. Okay. This is CentOS. Okay. So you might not have all the machine on the same from the same distribution, right? From the same level of distribution. Maybe you will have Mac machines, Mac machines. Okay. So how do you achieve the automation in this case? So in this case, you have to add a if else conditions here so that you can filter out when CentOS, when you are on CentOS, you run some command. When you are Mac on Mac machine, you run some command, right? So as the complexity of the task increases, the hybridness of your infrastructure increases, you cannot achieve those things using a simple script. Okay, so you need some different framework that can help you achieve this. Okay, now let's see what how does Ansible help you with this automation. Okay, so okay, Ansible provides you. Ansible is a configuration management tool. Configuration management tool. Okay, so configuration management tool that is based on Python. Okay, based on Python and is agentless. Okay. Yeah, why agentless? Okay, what is agentless means is you don't need to run anything on the machine in able to use Ansible on those nodes. Okay, so here when you're running this script, right, you don't need additional agent or additional software running on this machine to run the script. Okay, you can directly access and run the program, right? But there are other tools which requires agent to be installed. Okay, like software and chef, they requires agent to be installed on the machine in order to control. Okay, so Ansible, okay, just like you have you written a script, right? Ansible also uses a controller machine. Okay, where you have Ansible binary installed, Ansible package installed. Okay, and you can leverage modules to perform specific tasks. Okay, like for patching, right? For patching, we have you can always run. You can run yum modules, you can run apt modules, you can copy files, you can update file with line in files. So all these are tasks available in Ansible, which you can use to perform specific configuration or to achieve a specific configuration on the host. Okay. So Ansible tool will help you to write the configuration that you are doing here. Okay, and we will see how you can do all this thing using Ansible. Okay, so Ansible, uh, uh, okay, let me just open this one. Okay, uh, yeah. So it is simple and automation tool for configuration management. It has multiple components. Okay, and let's see the architecture. So there's nothing like architecture in Ansible. It can run on any system, and from that it is just an Ansible automation tool. So just like you run a Python script, you run Ansible. Okay, Ansible internally uses Python modules to achieve the task. Okay, and whole of the Ansible is written in Python only. So if you know Pythons, then working with Ansible is straightforward. Okay, so let's try to see what are the components of Ansible. Okay, so Ansible have uh, uh, two major things. Okay, one is inventory. Okay, inventory. Okay, let me just write it. Okay. So Ansible have inventory. Okay, Ansible have task. Okay, and from like or Ansible have modules. Okay, and yeah, these are the three major things that you need in Ansible. Okay, so what inventory contains? So if you go from this part of your application, this part of your script, right? This is called inventory in Ansible. So basically, your inventory in Ansible contains host specific information. What is the IP? What is the host name prefix? Like this is a variable here. Okay. What is username? What is password? How to log in into the machine? So all this related information will go into inventory. Okay. So if I want to write an inventory, this will look like something this. Okay. So if I want to write an inventory, I will write the IP. Okay, and I will write the username. In Ansible, the username are set by Ansible username variable. Okay, username variable. So you can set username. Okay, and password is also set by Ansible uh, uh, as such password. So these two variables you set, they will be used as username and password. Okay, so you can add multiple host here. Okay, so this file is called your inventory file, where you have the host specific information. Okay, maybe some host will different user, maybe some host will use different password. All these things you can provide in your Ansible inventory. Okay, so what is task? Your tasks are nothing but the steps you are trying to perform. Okay. So here we are doing yum update and reboot. These are two tasks here. So one task, two tasks, and when you are setting a host name, this is a third task. Okay. So one, two, three. So these things are called task in Ansible. Okay, we will see how to do that. Okay. You are also checking the ping status. So this is again fourth task, and then you are running a hostname command. This is like fifth task. Okay. So tasks are nothing but the that step or configuration you want to perform in Ansible. Okay. So one of the tasks I can write it here is I can write a task like this. Okay. Like perform ping, and you can just say ping here. Okay. So this is a task here in Ansible. Okay. You just add a task here, and this will be performed. Okay. Also, you can write a task like this. So you're doing a ping on the machine. Okay, and we will see how this ping will work on all these hosts. Okay. What is module? A module is nothing but the uh, how to perform a particular task. So this module is a Python script. Okay, so you see you have written a script to do a patching. Okay, this patching.sh. Consider if you want to do patching in Ansible, okay, you can write a task like hyphen patch, right? And this patch is nothing but a module. Okay, so this patch is nothing but a patch.py file. Okay, which will have information like which will have the step like this file will have all the information to do patch and all the required steps to perform patching. Okay, so it is the code that does the patching itself. Okay, so what Ansible do is it copies this file on the machine. So let's say this is a machine. It copies when you do a patch here, it copies this file here. Okay, and it runs this file using Python patch.py. Okay, so this is how it runs Ansible. Okay, so to run this script, it has to copy the script. The copy will happen using SSH username password that you have provided in the inventory. Okay, and we will see this in a moment. So this is the very basic overview of the Ansible architecture. It contains inventory, it contains task, and it contains module. Okay, so let's quickly see how you can do it. Okay, and before doing it, I will create uh, two machines, one for Ansible controller and one for Ansible node. Okay, and then we'll gradually increase the number so that we can control it more. Okay, I will use my AWS like I will use Terraform code to create machines so that I can manage it properly. Okay, I will just uh, stop it here. Okay, I what I will do is I'll just create AWS instance. So resource Wi-Fi. Okay, no, not Wi-Fi. Resource. Okay, and I will say AWS instance. Okay, let me see how to create instance. I can copy from here. AWS instance. and I will say Ansible. Okay, and here I want to create three machine. So I will use for loop for each equal to where dot machines Ansible machines. Okay, and I will define this list here. Okay, so variable Ansible machines, machines. Okay, and I will just set default equal to controller node one node, not node, but managed VM1 and VM2. Okay, if I call it node, it will not be the Ansible. Uh, it will not part of the Ansible. Okay. So we only need one controller, Ansible controller, Ansible managed VM1, okay, and Ansible managed VM2. Okay, here let me just here, we will will take the data. The data is here. I'll just copy it here, paste it here. Okay, we will use Ubuntu machines. Okay, and Ansible here, and here T2 micro is fine. And subnet, we don't need any subnet. We don't need any subnet security group. Let's take security group so that we will have it. So I'll just create a security group. Okay. And I will just open SSH here. The rest is not required. Okay. So I will just say Ansible security group, no VPC. Okay, and I will just use this security group. Okay, and the tag name will be each dot. So let's try to run this code and see if everything works fine. I have a backend here, which is fine. And let me run Terraform in it. So I'm just trying to create three machines, which I will use in Ansible. And I need to print that public key, right? So output, I will just say I public IP, okay, and the value will be AWS instance dot Ansible demo. Okay, no sensitive, no description, no description. Okay, so Terraform apply minus auto. Okay, invalidate argument. Line number 50 for each. Okay, to set. Because for each requires a set. I just need to run it again. Okay, I need to specify the SSH key so that which I already have it somewhere here. I should have done this. Okay. Anyway, I can without applying, I can just do diagram output. It will print me the output. Value Ansible value dot it will fail because it's a anyway, it's not printing. Okay, let's print the public IP into here. So I'll go to AWS console. So let me just click it here. But I always struggle to here. Six instance running. Okay, so this machine is still initializing. Let me know what it is not using any key. And I think I have this key size. So while it is initializing, I can just click on these three. Ansible managed. Let's connect to controller first, and we will try to create a user here. So same user we will use in our Ansible system. Okay. So sudo su, let's add user, Ansible. Okay, and we'll just say it's a sudo user. So I'll just put group as admin. Sorry. Yes. Unknown option. Okay, one name, group admin, Ansible. Why Okay, we can do like add user Ansible. Password is Ansible. Just okay. Now I'll add this user to sudo. So what I'll do is user mod minus a g and sudo admin. Ansible. So we're just setting up this thing, and I need to enable password authentication, and that can be done using etc. SSHD config, and let me see if it is password authentication here. Up here, so there is a. Don't worry about this. Like this is a one-time setup. I should have set up this before. This only need to be done on AWS machine. So password by default passwords are not enabled. So I'm just enabling password here. Okay. And same things I will do on other tools. Okay. So I'll just do a history. I'll copy this thing so that I can just copy paste here without any. So this is my controller machine. Let's go on to VM2. Okay, let's connect it. And we'll also connect to VM1. So this way we are just enabling Ansible user on this machine, and we will test it out using our from our console here. Okay, so that we are able to log in into that machine. Once we are able to log in into machine, we will be able to manage it using Ansible. So this is just initial step that you need to do. And I'll show you how you can automate this using Terraform as well. But for now, let's enable. I'm just creating. Okay, let's go to Notepad and paste it here. Let's run this command. Okay. So this command. Okay. And I can just pass equals so that it will not ask me anything, and disabled password. Sudo. Again, it's just asking password. So Ansible. Okay. And now I will just run the same command on the other instance. Okay. Ansible. So now we have user on both. Let's try to add them into sudo group. Sudo. Sudo. Okay. I did this. Now let's edit this file. This is required so that we can password. Yes. I just say enter, and I run the same command here. Done. So what I will do is I'll just restart all the instances. reboot here. Sudo reboot. Sudo. Yeah. So yeah, these are the steps you need to perform. Now what I'll do is when it reboots, I should get a IP. Yes, so let's see if they are running now. Not, and we will try to log in into another machine. Okay, so let's try to log in into Ansible controller. This is the IP. So what I'll do is this is main.tf. Okay, so what I can do is as such sorry, Ansible at the rate of this bracket connection increased. Okay, let's see if it is this port number 22 is allowed or not. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go to this machine and I will see the security group. Port 22 is allowed to everyone. So SSH port is allowed to everyone. So we should be able to. Now I'm able to do it. It is asking password. And simple. Okay. When I run, yeah, I'm able to log into the machine. So that means my username passwords are working fine. Okay. Now let's see how you can do this Ansible demo. I'll create a folder .rj so that you fine. Okay. So here I will create one my first inventory file. Okay, and the inventory file by default name is host.ini. Okay, in the host.ini, I'll put the machine details that I want to connect. Okay, so this is my Ansible controller. Okay. So these two machines I want to control. So I will copy the IP addresses here. Okay. And I will copy the IP address of the other machine as well. Machine. Okay. Now I want to specify Ansible user name. Ansible. Okay. Ansible search password. Okay. So this is similar to what you do in this host file. Okay, so here you see Ansible user, Ansible port, and Ansible assist password we will set. Okay, so here assist password I will set to Ansible itself. Same thing for both the second one as well. Okay, and now when you have this, you just need Ansible command available on the machine, and you can connect to this machine. Okay, let's see how do you install Ansible. Ansible, as you know, this is a Python framework, so you can install using pip install Ansible. Okay, so by running this command pip install Ansible, you should be able to get all the Ansible binaries on your system. Okay. So I'll just create a README .md file. Okay. So how do you install? Installation, pip install Ansible. So this will install latest Ansible binary on your machine. Okay. Okay. Now you have Ansible here, and when you run it, Ansible, you will run it. You will see the output here. Okay. And you can see you also run the Ansible version. This will give you the version detail of Ansible. So we are running 2.17 version of Ansible. This is the core version. Okay. And let's see something useful. So I wanted to check the connectivity from my machine to all the machine that I'm managing. I want to manage from Ansible. So these are the two machines I'm managing from Ansible. I want to check if I can connect to them. Okay. So the first thing you can do is you can run Ansible, and you need to define inventory by using -i option, and inventory is host.ini. Okay. Ansible demo host.ini. Okay, and you know that we have to use module, so -m module, and the module name is string. Okay, some action cannot. Module state. Okay, so I have defined the inventory, but I didn't define which host I want to run. So I want to run on all hosts. When I do this, says SSH connection type with password. You must install SSH password. Okay, so this is another module I want to install. Pip install SSH pass. If install SSH pass. Okay, how to install SSH pass? Install on Ubuntu. Like this. Install somewhere I will get installation steps. Nobody telling me. So let's see how we can install it. App search. APT update. Let's do APT update first. Okay. If you have any question, like we realizes that I'm doing everything in front of you, so that is why these are the issues. If you have any question, just let me know. I'll try to. Let's see. I did not had this caching, that is why it was not installing. So another installation step, you need to install SSH pass. Okay, so apt install SSH pass, apt update, and SSH pass. Okay, so these are the installation step I'm just adding here. So the first thing I wanted to do is create host.ini. Okay, this is like create inventory. Okay, and an example of inventory is IP address, Ansible username equal to username, and Ansible pass to password. Okay, so this is how you add it. Multiple things you can add it here. Okay, an example is mentioned here. So I can just copy it here. Okay. So sorry, it's just fast. I need to update this one. Plus, and I can confirm using Ansible Ansible document. Okay, so Ansible has a very nice documentation which you can follow. Okay, and let's see how you can build an inventory. So here you are building an inventory. I need to pass username password, and let's see what is the variable name for password. Into inventory, connection, user, nobody is showing the password. Seriously. Yeah, Ansible password. Sorry. Okay. So I can go here, do this one, and we'll do one. So Ansible. So what I'm running is a command that will check the status of the machine's connection. Okay, so -I inventory file, Ansible demo host.ini file, and I want to run on all hosts, and I want to do a ping module. Okay. SS using SSH password instead of key is not possible because host key checking is enabled. Okay, so host key checking is enabled. Okay, so we need to disable host key checking. Let's see why. So host key okay. So there is a Ansible config file which will prevent you to do this, and let's update that file. Okay, so Ansible have a configuration file. It's not installed here. So Ansible minus version. Be with me. I'm just trying to figure it out why it is not working. So I'm looking for the Ansible config file. It is not there. Okay, let's create an Ansible config file so that we will not get this error. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll create ansible.cfg file. So it will look for Ansible config file in the local folder. Okay. It is there. My bad. I did not create it. Okay. So we'll just check for host key checking. Okay, and we will set it to false. And this, when I run Ansible version, it should look for Ansible file flow. Okay, perfect. Let me run this. Host key checking is enabled. cp Ansible config to Ansible demo. Ansible demo. And then this file, it says empty file provided. Okay, so it says this file is a file. Once it is worked, then I can only explain what is happening. Okay. So I'll go here and just call config Ansible config. So basically, I need to set this Ansible config file. Okay. And I need to set it here. I can also set this value so that Ansible config will be picked from my export Ansible config equal to DWD Ansible.cfg. Ansible. Okay. Let me just see if it works now. Unreachable. At least something we are getting, a new thing. Password error. What password we have given? Ansible. Is it not correct? Okay. Okay, I can pass -k so that it will ask me password. I do Ansible. Invalid. Just do a login here. Okay, this is fine. As such, Ansible. Okay, my demo is doing too well. Students, if you have any question, just let me know while I'm trying to fix this one. I'm able to log in. I don't know what is wrong with this thing. This is the username and the password. Okay, let me just go to this first thing. Ansible user. I don't need a private key. Project objective. Let me just paste it in all.var section. Will it pick them? I'll tell you what is this all thing. Okay. Always a struggle to set this Ansible at very first place. Ansible. Permission denied. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll run the same thing in the Ansible controller to see if it works or not. But I'm able to do it here. Why? Because of this space. This running in debug mode. No such identity. Invalid correct task. Anything wrong with the user SSH Ansible at the rate here. But I'm not certain. Shit. Okay, what I'll do is I'll create a in the many way to do it. And I'll just say SSH copy ID Ansible at the rate this post paste it enter Ansible perfect. Okay, and I'll just do for this machine as well. And I should be able to log in it without a password. And I'm assuming it will work. We'll see. Okay. Now what I can do is instead of using password, I can pass a it's not working. I'll pass my SSH key. And let's run this Ansible thing. Code spaces. Who is this code space? What? Okay. I think I'm passing the wrong username here. Okay. Let's go to inventory again. Inventory. Getting started. Creating Ansible inventories. Formats. ये बनता है जैन साइड में और फिर हम Okay, so Ansible user. Okay, I know that what was happening. So let's just try to run this one, and this time it should work. But let me just remove this SSD and let's see if it still works.
अगर देखा जाए ऊपर वाले के अंदर
Okay, now it is working. Yeah, I use a username instead of user. Okay. So this command. Okay. So what did I do? I just make sure the username password is working for these two hosts. Okay. And I just ran a command called. Yes, this will make it so that you don't get over. Okay. So the command we are running is Ansible ad hoc command. Ad hoc commands. So Ansible ad hoc commands are used when you want to test something, a small run of single module, right? So you are running a ping command here, okay, on all the hosts. Okay, so you have like two machines here, and on both of machine you are checking if you are able to connect to them or not. So this is one way to check the host. Okay, so you can also run a useful thing. Okay, let's say you want to run, you want to check the host name of this machine. Okay, so how do you do it? So you can run, so there are, so you can run the same command, and instead of using this uh, ping module, you can use command module. Okay, and you need to pass a argument what command you want to run. I want to run host name command, and I just press enter. It will run host name on both of the machine, and it will return me the output. Okay, so let's see if it works. Okay, now you see it returned me the host name here. Okay. Okay, host name, again, it's fine. If I want to check if both machines have the same date, I can run date command. Okay. So when I run date command, it will tell me the output of the date command. And this date command is running on different hosts. Okay. So if I have a host which is running, which is in India, so it will show me India timings. If it is in UK, it will tell me UK timing. Okay. So also I can use IP a command to see all the IP addresses of the machine. Okay. So it says the command output is says it returned error because it doesn't know about some option here. Okay. So IP, and it says there is no minus a option. Okay. So when I what I can do is IP the same. Okay. So it will return me IP address of the machine. Okay. So when you see when I run IP, so this is the output when you run a IPA command. Even if here, if I run IPA command, you will see something like this. Okay. So this is output from my machine, and these other two output are from the other two machines. Okay. So using Ansible ad hoc commands, you can run single commands. Okay. So this is a another ad hoc command to uh, to run a to check the IP version. Okay, so this you can also run date command to see dates on all managed nodes. Okay, so whatever is part of your inventory. Okay, so these hosts, right? They are called managed nodes. Okay, so let me remove the. Let me make it a little simpler so that we can build the knowledge around this later on. Okay, just forgot about this. So simplest form of your inventory is just host and the username password variables. Okay, if I run this again, okay, same works. Any question till here? नहीं मेरा सजेशन ये है कि अपलोड से पहले ही रिव्यूअर को सेट करा देते हैं. Okay, perfect. Um, okay, so the next thing is how you can do the same thing in a. So you won't be running this command from your CI/CD, right? You need to do multiple things. You just don't need a date command, or you just don't need to ping them, right? So they are useful when you want to debug things using Ansible. Okay, Ansible, if you want to run one single command on all the machines, you can use this ad hoc command. Okay, so ad hoc commands are great for great debugging. Okay, great for running one task. Okay, but when you have many tasks, you need something better. Okay, okay. So what things you need, right? So Ansible provides you a way to write tasks in a file. Okay, and these files are called playbook. Okay, playbook.yaml. Okay. So what is playbook? Let me just name it. Okay, so this playbook. Okay, so in playbook, so whatever we have defined in Ansible here, okay, let me write it here. Let me just copy here, paste here. Okay, so whatever you have written in your addo command, same thing you can define in a file. Okay, and how do you do it is you define host. Okay, and here you see you have defined all hosts. You can define all here. Okay, and inside host, okay, you have to define like this. This is the YAML syntax format, host all. Okay, and what you are doing is you are running a task called a task with module called command. Okay, so you are running task. Okay, and what the first task is command, right? So you are running a command. Okay, and inside command you are passing some argument. Argument is your IP. Okay, how do you do it? You can also do like this. Okay. So let's see how do you run this playbook. So Ansible have a different command to run playbook. Ansible playbook. Okay, and you need to provide host ini file and the playbook file. Okay. When you press enter, you see here it is trying to run the command. Okay. Perfect. So you will see something here, right? Gathering facts. But you see it ran IPA command, but it did not print anything. Okay. Why did it not print anything? It just execute things. If you want to see something, you can take it from the command output. Okay. So here the playbook will run the task. Okay. And if you want to see the output, you have to do some special thing. Okay. So we will see that as well. Okay. But if you want to run another command, you can again do the same thing. Okay. And here you can say date. You want to run a date command. Okay, or maybe you want to update thing. Okay, so what you do is apt update. Okay, and then you want to do a install of vim or like you want to install some packages. Okay, I want to install binary here. Okay, so I have written 4 commands to run into playbook. I'll just run it. Okay, and you will see that it will run these 4 tasks from the same file. Okay, and okay, what happened? Permission denied. Okay, so this is fine because I need to run this command as sudo user. So what I need to do is become here. Okay, when you want to run something as sudo, you want to make no Ansible that these commands need to be run using sudo. So I will run all the command using sudo. So I'll just say become yes. Okay. Earlier it used to be become sudo, but you do it here. Okay. So become yes, it will run all the commands with admin thing. Okay. And let's see if it works or not. Before running this command, you have to pass the sudo password as well. Okay. And how do you pass sudo password? You go here and you add Ansible sudo Ansible become password. Okay. And you can just say Ansible become password. Okay, let me just paste it here as well. So that let's run it here. Let's wait for some time. Okay, it's asking for sudo password. Let's see how we can pass it. Okay. Become pass. 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 Let's run it now.
multiple reports से multiple single review.
Why? Let's see how we can. Okay. So this is the password. Right. Okay. Become Ansible password. Why it is not accepting? Is it not saving? Become password equal to me. Become password.
जब भी तो हमने ये चीज को क्रैक करवाया था आपको याद हो तो
It should work. Yeah, become password works. Okay. So this is your sudo password. Most of the time your Ansible password and sudo password are same. Okay. Now it is running the command here. Okay. So it's running one task, second task, third task. Okay, and all of these tasks are running on all the machines here in our inventory. Okay, the third task is very taking long because we are doing a apt update and it takes little time. Okay, the fourth time is as app install htop. Okay, and we did not pass -y, otherwise will fail. Okay, let me just cancel this and run it here. Okay, because when I run this command, it asks me if you really want to install it or not. Okay, because I'm running from Ansible, I have no way to say that I don't have any way to pass yes from here. Okay, it will not ask you. So all the command that you run here should not ask anything. Okay, otherwise your Ansible will stuck. Okay. Plus, any question from till here? Okay. So it took little time to set up this thing, but for tomorrow, I will make sure that everything is set up for the classes start. Any question here? So we'll cover more topics in Ansible. Okay, for today, like it's just a beginning, just to give you another overview. So Ansible is a configuration tool. It it has inventory file where you can specify IP address of the machine and the username password to connect to it. Okay, and Ansible uh, using with the support of modules, it can perform many tasks. Okay, so the command here is a module here. Okay, command is a module. Okay, there are other commands as well, like we can run ping. So ping is another module which will just connect with your host and say that you are reachable or not. Okay. Um, so there are many modules available for Ansible, and Ansible documentation gives you a list of like whatever module you are looking for, you can check for here. Okay. So if I want to use for APT module, I can go and check for it. So these are the APT modules, APT related modules. So if you want to use APT module, these are the properties available and these are the examples here. Okay. I can also copy this thing and it will also run as a task. Okay. So I'll copy here. Okay. And I'll just add I want to install htop, right? So I'll just add it here and it will install htop. Okay. Let me comment it out. Let me just. आप कह रहे हो कि जो अपलोड टेम्पलेट वाला जो पेज है हटा दो. Okay. So earlier we were not providing any name. So whatever command, whatever task it was showing as command only. Okay. This time we have provided name, so it will update as a name here. Okay. It is trying to install some command we have added here. Just like stop. It will take some time, obviously, because ये तो हम रख दिए ये हमने यहाँ को 4.2 तक का स्टैटिक रख दिया. ठीक है. अब आपको एडिशनल आपने एक टेम्पलेट चलाया, वो एडिशनल जो आप टेम्पलेट चला रहे हो उसमें 6 और 7 पॉइंट है, फिर नहीं है, तो वो विजिबल है. फिर हम 4.2 के बाद में सीधा 6 ही देंगे ना, क्योंकि कम हो रहा है. ओके 6 बीच में 5 बैंड चलेगा. It is doing installation. अभी तो हमारे पास में जो वहाँ पे जो उसको हम उसको जानते हैं. Sometimes because these machines are very small, right? So they take little time to respond. What it is doing is copying the module file onto the machine and then running that module with that stop with these arguments. So let it run. Okay, anyway, I think it will take a little time. We are almost over 30 minutes. Okay, so I'll just take a pause for today and we'll continue with Ansible tomorrow as well. Okay. Students, any question for me from today's session?
No queries, sir.
No. Okay, so I'll
please upload this session like early.
Sure, I'll upload it now only.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye everyone.
Is there any cheat sheet for Ansible playbooks, like any other references?
Yes, I have it. Yeah, I can share it.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Yes. Anybody else? No? Okay. and have a nice day to all of you. See you tomorrow. Bye.